Hey guys, what is up? BananaZ here. Pokemon is serving up 7-star Samurott raids for this Thanksgiving, and I've got some builds to show you that will help you beat the raid. Let's get right into it. So first, let's take a look at Samurott. So this is what's going on here. He's Water Dark type normally. He's Water Tera for this raid. So he's got the moveset Ceaseless Edge, Razor Shell X Scissor, Sacred Sword, Swords Dance Focus Energy, and Bulldoze. So, he is going to have that ground move to counter electric types. So, we want to be aware of that. He's got the ability Sharpness, which is pretty crazy. It increases slicing moves by 50%, which is like quite a bit. So we want to basically get rid of this like turn 1 of the raid. Someone needs to like Worry Seed, Gastro Acid, do something to get rid of that. Otherwise, he's going to just be hitting so freaking hard with these slicing moves. So, doing that's going to make this just so much easier. Bulldoze, he actually doesn't use too often throughout the raid. It's only a one-time thing that happens. So you can actually bring electric type to this if they can survive that. To start the raid, he actually sword dances right away. And he's got X Scissor to counter grass type. So that's something else to keep in mind. So first up, what I want to show you guys is actually Miraidon. So this is a great build. Obviously he's a legendary. He's got some pretty great stats. So we've got for his moveset, Electro Drift, Calm Mind, Metal Sound, and Parabolic Charge. So Electro Drift, obviously going to hit very hard. Calm Mind to boost our special attack and special defense. Metal Sound, if you can get a Metal Sound or 2 off before the shield comes up, that's great. And then we're actually just going to kind of spam Parabolic Charge for heals and some big hits, right? So we have Hadron Engine as our ability, so that electric terrain is just going to come right out, which is pretty great. So don't have to worry about that. We get that special attack boost and also the boost to electric moves on the terrain. I've got him holding a Covert Cloak. You could also go Metronome for this. A lot of people are just spamming Parabolic Charge, but a couple of times it was nice to use Electro Drift, so I did like having the Covert Cloak, so then you don't have to worry about the speed drop that happens from Bulldoze. And so we're still going to actually outspeed Samurott. For EVs, we've got max HP, max special attack. So we definitely want to make sure that we're level 100. We have best or hyper trained IVs. We're modest nature, and we're actually electric terror for this one. Again, Bulldoze only happens once, and Miraidon was able to take it fine. There's no issues with survivability with this build, especially if you have good supports on the team. So next up, we've got a really fun build. This was probably my favorite build of the day, Shaymin. So we actually want to be Sky Form Shaymin, and I'll show you guys real quick how to do that. So you're going to actually get this item from the auction house. Once you have Shaymin in the game, you just go to the auction house and they will sell it. So it's the Gracidia flower, and we're going to use that on him. It's a key item. And so now he's Sky Form Shaymin, right? So we gain that flying type, and our stats our base stats are a little bit different. So this build is really fun. We've got Worry Seed, Seed Flare, Growth, and Giga Drain as our moveset. So Worry Seed, you want to get off right away so we can change that sharpness ability, and we're just going to take so much less damage from Samurott. Seed Flare is going to be our main attack. You may also harshly lower target special defense, which is great. We also have Serene Grace as our ability, which will boost that chance. We've got Growth to boost our special attack, and then we've got Giga Drain for heals and a damage move as well. So remember, Serene Grace is going to raise the likelihood of additional effects occurring. So that Seed Flare, we're just going to get those special defense drops like quite a bit. We've got Shell Bell for extra heals, so we don't have to worry about survivability. For EVs, we've got max special attack and max defense. Samurott is like only a physical attacker in this raid, so we don't have to worry about special defense. Or even HP, we can just put all of those EVs into defense. And then, of course, we have best or hyper trained IVs. We're Grass Terra for this, and we're going to be modest nature. So this build is really fun, and I've actually even heard it can solo. I didn't actually try it myself yet, but I did hear it can solo. So I think go ahead and try this one out. You should be fine. Maybe with a little bit of luck of getting that Tauros with Intimidate or some Intimidator as an NPC, it'll be a bit easier, but Shaymin did great. I remember when we had 2 Shaymins on the team, we didn't even need to terrestrialize and we beat the raid. This is a really, really great build for this raid. Okay, so next up, we've got my favorite support from yesterday. We have Gastrodon. So this is a wonderful, wonderful support build. We've got Mud Slap, Chilling Water, Clear Smog, and Recover. So turn 1, you're going to want to clear Smog because Samurott does actually do a Swords Dance right off the bat. So if we can Clear Smog right away and just erase that double attack boost, Clear Smog is really, really helpful for everyone. We're going to spam Chilling Water basically with this, which will reduce attack by 1 stage for Samurott. So we're literally just going to be spamming this so our attackers don't have to worry so much about survivability. They can just keep swinging and doing their thing. Mud Slap as well to reduce accuracy. And then we have Recover in case you need some extra HP at some point. So we've got the awesome ability Storm Drain, which actually boosts our special attack instead of us getting hit by water moves. So essentially we're immune to water moves, which is just actually amazing for this raid. We've got him holding a Shell Bell, which kind of acts as like a leftovers in some ways for this raid because he's, you know, you're not doing that much damage with this build. We have Shell Bell as his item, which kind of just acts as like a leftovers on this build. Obviously we're not doing too much damage, but it's a nice little recovery. For EVs, we've got max HP, max defense. So definitely be level 100, best or hyper trained IVs. We're Water Tera. You don't really need to worry about terastallizing during this. And then we are Bold Nature. Okay, so next up, we've got another fun one. I love this build so much, Eelektross. So, you know, if you don't know about Eelektross, this is an electric type that actually has the ability Levitate. So we're immune to ground moves, which is just great for this since, you know, Bulldoze is kind of an issue for a lot of electric types during this raid. So for our moveset, we've got Acid Spray, Gastro Acid, Thunderbolt, and Lunge. So obviously we want to get a couple of lunges off to lower that attack stat. T-Bolt is our main attacking move. Gastro Acid we want to get off right away so you can change that ability, get rid of that sharpness ability. Acid Spray to lower special defense. I've got him holding a Shell Bell for some extra recovery. For EVs, we've got max special attack and max defense. So of course we want to be level 100. We want to have best or hyper trained IVs, and we are Modest Nature for this. We are Electric Tera, which works out fine with our Levitate ability, that ground immunity. Okay, so next up we've got one of my favorite support builds from yesterday. This is something that I didn't really see anyone else using besides our stream. So we have Manaphy. If you remember, people were using Manaphy and Kyogre during H-Typhlosion raids. So we're kind of using that same strat. We've got Tail Glow, Heart Swap, Fake Tears, and Chilling Water. The way this works is you boost your special attack by 3 stages with Tail Glow, which is great. So you're fully maxed out on special attack after 2 Tail Glows, and then you Heart Swap to one of your teammates. So this is actually going to switch your stat changes and give them the fully boosted special attack that you got after only 2 turns. So it's a really, really fun strat. And we definitely had some like massive nukes after using Manaphy with a couple of other attackers yesterday. He was definitely making like everyone look like an MVP, which was pretty fun. So we've got Fake Tears, which if you can get that off before the shield comes up, that's great. And then Chilling Water just as a great support move to lower that attack. He's got the ability Hydration that doesn't really help us here or hurt us, and he's holding a Citrus Berry. For EVs, we've got max HP and max defense. You want to make sure that Manaphy is level 100 and that we have best or hyper trained IVs. He's going to be Bold Nature, and then he's Water Tera, which again doesn't really matter for this. We're just support, so we're not really worried about terastallizing. Okay, so last build I want to show you today is actually a Pokemon Cast build. You guys may know Pokemon Cast. He's a super awesome, amazing raid builder, Pokemon streamer, content creator. So this build is super, super solid. I saw quite a few people use it yesterday. So seemed like it worked pretty great. So we've got Worry Seed, Grassy Terrain, Giga Drain, and Growth as our moveset. Worry Seed you want to get off right away to get rid of that sharpness ability. Grassy Terrain is actually not only helpful for the whole team to boost grass type moves, but also Gogoat has an ability called Grass Pout, which boosts the Pokemon's defense stat by 50% on grassy terrain. So that makes him like actually viable for this, but like without that, this would be very difficult for him because Samurott has X Scissor. So you need to make sure that that grassy terrain is constantly up or this like just isn't really going to work. Giga Drain as our main attacking move, and then Growth to boost our attack and special attack. So he's going to be holding a big root, which will give him back more HP from his Giga Drain move, which is pretty great. So this is a really fun build. He's got kind of an interesting EV spread going on here. So we're maxing out defense, and then we've got 132 EVs into HP and 124 into special attack. Okay, so you definitely need that extra bit into defense. Like without it, this is just going to be like very, very difficult for him. And having a bit in HP as well will just increase his survivability by a ton. So we want to be level 100 and have best or hyper trained IVs, and we are Bold Nature. We're Grass Tera for this. All right, and that's all the builds I wanted to show you guys today. I hope that helps. We're going to be running raids tonight on Twitch for like the last night of this weekend. So come through, come hang out, come join in the raids, come show off your builds. And please don't forget to like and subscribe on the video. It helps us very, very much in the algorithm when you do. But thank you again, and I hope to see you at the Samurott raids.